GoDz.com. I'm now joined by Evil Genius's PPD. PPD, we have something in common.
You're a great player to play matchmaking with?
Yes? That wasn't what I was going for.
Um,
We're both very attractive Caucasian males.
Okay.
But we also both had a very bad day one.
what was wrong with your day one?
well, let's talk about your day one. That's what people want to hear about.
Oh,
Wait, I mean, we can talk about our day one.
Yeah,
do you want to talk about our day one, or do you want to talk about yours?
I'm sure everything could just be lumped together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably your
our
fault, right?
Our bad day one is your bad day one.
Sure. See, day one EG, we went like, what was our record? 0-3. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we lost all of our games. Didn't win a single one. I don't know, just typical EG day one.
Last summit, same thing, man. So
we really I think we step up our game when we go into like elimination matches and
okay.
And like finals and stuff like that. It's like our communication was just so poor yesterday, just in general in all of our games, and it's just, I mean, it doesn't seem like everyone was just really there. So.
Are you confident, like, come BO5 times, that you can just beat any team in a BO5?
Yeah, I think that's one of our greatest strengths, is being able to adapt. Like, best of ones don't really work for us, because the thing is, like, we never practice or scrim, so we'll go to like a new tournament like this, and all these other teams have like all these new ideas and the way to play Dota, and we have like this big target on our back, and then we just get to watch how they play, and then we say, hey, this is what they're doing, let's do this instead, and then we usually can execute it pretty well.
It's funny because you guys have a target on your back, but none of these teams get to practice you, so it's like they don't know what to expect from you guys. I mean, at the same time, you guys don't know what to expect from yourselves as well, it sounds like. So you just wing it.
We just let the tournament take its course, and hopefully that we adapt quick enough.
So you're a drafter, like when you don't scrim a lot, but are you watching a lot of the other tournaments going on and getting ideas like during the downtime, I guess, when you guys aren't actually playing matches in tournaments?
I mean, I watch Dota all day, like every day, so I pretty much see everything. But the thing is, like, Secret and Vici have had like no officials, or like no like challenging officials, where they would actually pick their best stuff. So, they're kind of in the dark, and I think C9's kind of probably going to draft pretty similar to what they did at Dream League and stuff, but maybe they kind of refined it. I think we kind of exploited them at Dream League pretty badly. All
right, well, Cloud9 versus Vici Gaming. We're going to get things underway here. This is our first match of today. Cloud9, Vici, Secret, the three undefeated teams. We'll see how they kind of match up against each other, because these three are going to be the ones, well, kind of having a little mini round robin at the start of today. Cloud9, Vici sitting on 2-0. Secret went 3-0. So they just played 2 matches this morning, and then they're done. So they could theoretically end the day 5-0 or have it as bad as 3-2. So
I mean, I think 4-1 probably gets you top 2. Yeah. That's kind of the goal for everyone.
Yeah, there could be a 3-way tie with like all of them 4-1, which is, well, hopefully not the case. We would just have tie-break matches if that's the case, but...
Sure. There's some good games this morning. That's, I woke up bright.
Yeah,
I woke up bright and early. Totally not up to my jet lag, but...
It's the dedication.
Yeah, I had to get here to observe and see what all these, these great teams were doing.
You're a changed man. So Vici Gaming doing their own style of picks here. First pick, Skyrath Mage, not a hero that Cloud9 really necessarily prioritized, and Vengeful Spirit plus Terrorblade from the Cloud9.
That's a good opener. Those are some nice heroes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cloud9 almost... I think Envy was on the couch and was kind of saying, like, he kind of wants them to pick Elder Titan because they run it in the offlane, and he thinks Elder Titan offlane kind of sucks. He's like, Elder Titan's good as a 4 position hero or 5 as a support, but whenever he was casting a game of Vici Gaming's where they had an offlane Elder Titan, he's just like, that's not good. You shouldn't be running in the offlane. So, I mean, that was his thoughts on it.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear that cast or anything, but I think he's probably casting our game, so I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of agree, but I think some games you can get away with it. And it's cool to have like a different support here and still have Elder Titan in the game. Yeah. Especially if you have players like FY, Zai, or like for example like FY, like he's gonna farm up just as much as like any other core hero. So it's almost a support Elder Titan anyways. It just you get a little something else out of your laning phase, maybe a stronger tri-lane in your safe lane.
All right. Well, Ember Spirit picked up by Vici Gaming. That's by no means a hero which like your team, Cloud9, any of these Western teams are really prioritizing.
I mean, not prioritized, but I think everyone plays it.
Arteezy doesn't play it.
only at Star Ladder.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay. Would you be brave enough to pick an Ember Spirit this tournament?
Yeah, but Fear would play it.
Okay. All right. Well, the bands, the Tide, the Legion, banned up by Vici Gaming, some pretty typical kind of Cloud9 staple heroes.
I think it's funny how they like C9 bans Ogre every single game now. Like after our game 1 of Dream League.
Okay.
We had Zai on Ogre or whatever, and they had Terrorblade, and Zai literally just had like 20,000 net worth on Ogre, and he was just like multicasting the Terrorblade down and just destroying them. And it was, and then after that, it was Ogre first banned every single game, and they're still doing it here. So
Ogre and Jakiro. We saw FY play. We actually saw the Aghanims Jakiro make an appearance.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's always a little bit of fun when you get the Ag Scepter up, but
yeah, it's really cool. It's like the. I mean, I'm sure it has its uses, but
well, we'll get ourselves deeper in the draft now. Sand King, which is kind of a Vici gaming staple as far as the support goes for FY, going to get banned out, and C9 themselves get Elder Titan. This is probably not the offlane Elder Titan. As said, they don't like it in the offlane, so probably going to be the AUI 2000 support Elder Titan.
Yep, definitely. And, this is a support combo they're really comfortable running. They run it a lot, and it's pretty good. It's really tough to push towers into ET and Venge. And that'll create enough space for Terrorblade to, you know, farm up. Also, Terrorblade in the late game with Venge Auras and swap capabilities along with ET Auras as well is like so strong, and you can easily just 1v5.
All right, well, joining the couch, Dakota, Cuddle Guy, how's it going?
How we doing? How we doing? Nice and bright early. Good. I know you're talking a bit about Elder Titan and Aui's Elder Titan. I love it. I love the Sanjin Yasha he likes to go for, the high mobility on himself and the spirit. Very fun. Were you guys just talking about that?
No.
Okay, good. I didn't want to repeat anything.
That's
Hi, everyone.
Serious.
Look at that shine.
Sanjin Yasha is like a long way down the road normally. Well, I guess if you're AUI, you're getting a lot of farm, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he's one of the best at being greedy as a support and bringing it together. Very much what we see from Zai.
Yep.
So and he makes strong use of it. So I love it. And here we go, Wraith King gonna be grabbed up from Vici Gaming.
Wraith King's exciting.
Early to kind of anticipate whether it's going to be support or core, but getting at this point into the draft, you always have the flexibility to be audible and being able to change up the roles a bit. So Cloud9, they're not going to really know how to identify this either. So let's see. Overall, fantastic support.
Are there certain like heroes or playstyles you want to draft against like the C9? Like C9 have all this minus armor with the Elder Titan Avenge and a lot of physical damage from Terrorblade. Do you want to be picking something against this, or is it just play your own draft?
I mean, typically when I see like something like a 4 Protect 1, this is me personally, of course, from my new perspective, but you want to be able to kind of keep the pressure building up, not allow them to have the free space to get that farm, restrict it, slowly suffocate, try to take objectives and towers and pull that farm all the way back. I know a lot of teams favor grabbing up something like a Zeus. I wouldn't even mind of seeing a Zeus on the side of Vici Gaming here. I don't think they banned it out to be able to address the Terrorblade and being able to burst him down. He's so weak early on. The guy doesn't have the gains. No creatine, no nothing there. 450, I mean, just kind of flick him and he'll fall over.
Yeah, Zeus is great for solution heroes. Like really good. They could definitely pick that.
Yeah, I'll make it work. I mean, it's it's not to say right now that it has to be a super Ember Spirit, and they could still kind of change it up a bit. I wouldn't mind it.
Normally is, I think.
Yeah,
it's like almost become like his kind of go-to hero in some ways.
The Wraith King pick is really surprising, though. I'm not sure, like, there's nothing that jumps out to me like, hey, this is a Wraith King game or anything like that. So maybe it's like some sort of pocket strat that Vici has that I think that works well against this whole Terrorblade Venge combo.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really see Wraith King's place in this game, and it's kind of like a worrying pick, I think.
What is Wraith King's like pocket? I mean, how does he
I don't
get
know.
to any
Ancient
pocket?
Apparition
the thing
early,
is,
I know they like to give him the Frost Fingers a little bit of action there, being able to add a bit of extra right click, but that's only, of course,
maybe they want to
being
go
a core. But
I mean, like, the thing is, like, I'm thinking maybe they want to go aggro try, but at the same time, like, maybe they'll go tri-core against
5 seconds
TB.
remaining.
Do you think the Wraith King's going to be a support or a farming hero?
Reserve time.
I think it has to be farming. I don't think, like...
has Black played Wraith King in recent history? Not that it
I have
doesn't
no
seem like
idea.
a Black
It's
kind of
such a
hero.
weird pick.
Yeah.
There's your Black hero there.
There's the Black hero there. So now we're going to see the roles begin to identify themselves a little bit more.
I don't think we see Ice Wraith King.
Maybe it's a
you go
quad core.
offensive
Maybe it's a FY Wraith King, and then they just run quad core.
Yeah.
Oh, the
that
quad
sounds like
core.
an FY thing
Get like
to do.
3 or 4 Midases and just
Vici's Intel lineup.
ultra mega late game.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, we didn't talk about it yet, but it's no really surprise if the puck's available there
5
and Fata
seconds
can find a way to
remaining.
utilize it. It's going to be grabbed up, and there it is. I mean, we saw great performance out from it yesterday.
Reserve time.
We couldn't help but laugh while we were casting the game against EG, and his first blood in the mid, where he like brought himself forward into the Riptide. We were just so flabbergasted.
Me, I was dodging in the illusionary orb. I baited him.
It was so like funny and slippery that we had to continue to talk about it for the first 15 minutes of the game to keep referring back to it. So it's just funny to see something like that happen from someone like Fata. But it was very well played, of course, by EG to kind of draw him into a potential skirmish that only blew up in his face.
Not just EG, PPD, of course.
Yes,
all
mostly
PPD.
me. I was the one baiting. Let's not forget that.
Right into the lap for Arteezy to get it on his Naga. It was beautiful.
Yep,
so.
yep.
The Respect Ricky ban Man,
I was gonna say-
we saw a Ricky game yesterday. Is this an actual hero? Is this a Dota hero?
Ricky's a hero.
He's a funny hero.
I'm not like.
Against like Puck, Terrorblade, I kind of like him. The silent,
Yeah.
the smokescreen silence really helps. These
The
aren't.
thing is, like,
Go ahead.
you could come gank mid. Like, the thing is, like, Fada's gonna be just sitting mid, and then all of a sudden there's a Rookie with a smoke, and then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get
Searing chain
chains,
smoke.
and then you get
You're fine.
Skywrath ganked. Like,
That's immediate pressure for the supports to make sure they're on their ward game. You know, when some are like, well, maybe we can skim by the other part of the game, not having to get sentries too early and kind of reserve that bit of gold. No, not in this kind of game. You need to make sure you have the
10
detection
seconds
available, especially
remaining.
with how Ricky is now. But you don't see that from really any other team as like an
5
offlane.
seconds.
It feels like you can
remaining.
only pick the Ricky against heroes like the who get countered by the silence. Like if this isn't something like a
Reserve
Puck
time.
mid, you're probably not wanting to pick a Ricky. But
yeah, I've thought about Ricky a bit. Not the biggest fan of the hero. He's kind of weak, but I think he might be like a 4, and he just like if the other team picks Enigma, just kind of fall like a jungler. You can kind of
it's
follow
like
him around.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just feels
Like
like
the same
a-
way Bounty Hunter would
yeah.
do.
Yeah, but there's no mana cost, and
I guess
Yeah.
Bounty's a
10
little bit
seconds
better at like
remaining.
poking, but yeah, no mana cost is the big benefit.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind
5
seeing that more like
seconds
position for
remaining.
Ricky to kind of replace what we used to see like TI3 Esha from a
Vici Gaming's
Bounty Hunter. But here we
turn
go,
to
the Horse
pick.
God, Big Bad Brad. Not as like God tier as we used to see as far as being an offlane grab. It's been all about Tide Hunter all day, but there he is. They got that little extra global presence with the Stampede, both utilizing defensively and offensively. And a
Oh.
Brood! Oh my
First-
goodness, out of
first
left
Brood of the
field.
tournament. Here we
Holy
go.
moly.
Me and Ben kept talking about like Brood's got to show up. This hero,
Yeah.
it's coming. It's just a matter of time. You have good Brood players
Mother.
can just win games.
And the last time I saw a
man.
really effective offlane Brood was in the hands of Secret when Simba played it. It was really well done, and he was just a plague in that side lane. It's like we have so much going on against the other 4, but you can't really neglect the Spider because we're losing all these towers, and he's just kept the pressure building up. And next thing you know, he got like himself an Orchid, I believe, and the right click was building up for Mother. And I'm actually anxious to see how Isis
They
is going to play
instant
it.
picked it. That's got to be like you said earlier, maybe a pocket strat. And like it seems like, hey, we got 5th pick. Let's surprise them with the Brood if they don't ban it.
Yeah,
He's like
def-
really looking at this one hard.
No,
like,
I'm just
what
like
does it
I'm trying to
offer
think.
here?
I'm trying to think like
What does it offer to this kind of a
Brood's
game?
Brood's a great hero. It's just okay. Brood's not the greatest hero, but he
5 seconds remaining.
he does some
The quick
interesting,
180.
very unique things. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Cloud9 have reasonable wave clearing to address the amount of spiders that could be potentially coming their way. They have wave, they have astral to work with, orb, and of course the Puck's tools. But I'm curious to see how they're going to be able to split across the map. And with something like that, I imagine Vici are looking to spread Cloud9 thin so that they can't kind of move as a fine unit, and they have to constantly be here and there to
Yeah.
take care of everything.
So much is like the lane stage of the Brood. Like it forces the supports to stay on the lane and pressure the Brood, and if they ever leave, like you're farming. Like a Terrorblade can't really match up too well against the Brood. I don't feel.
One of the rare times I was like when I'm in my pubs and I see a Brood, I'm like, this is a Coddle game. I'm going to play Coddle. I get free gold. All I have to do is just kind of be in the lane where
Yeah.
Brood is, and they'll never really be able to establish themselves. So, good stuff. And here we go. We got to make sure that we get the F&Gs underway, of course. My man Mod over here observing, he does the best at being able to portray the true spirit of where these statues are and
If
the
there's
essence
a contest,
there.
Vici Gaming I think have the best.
You think so?
FNGs for a team as far
Have you
as
seen
what I've
Zai's?
seen. Zai's, I mean, we're talking about like the team effort. Like
Is
Zai
that the,
as
is
an
that the Kill Me
individual-
Now one or whatever?
Yeah.
I love that one. That
Zai's
is
is
just
good.
hilarious.
He's
We
like,
need translations.
Yeah, I don't know what
Zai's
that could be the funniest thing
no
ever. and we wouldn't
inscription.
even know.
Timbersaw is pretty good. I like
That's
this.
pretty boring. You get only 2 and you waste it on a, oh, I like Timber and there's my set. Just wants to show off and sell out his set every game.
Black-
oh,
Look
does
at
it work
this.
with cosmetics?
Some
Yeah, why Skywrath? This black is
for Eternal Love. It's the Skywrath lore.
Anything involving drums, I've come to learn that Black just certainly loves his drum. Blah, 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 blah. Making it happen. Here we go, guys. We're underway here. First game of day number 2. Vici Gaming taking on Cloud9. 2 teams that I think have similar playing profiles, and they love their farm. They love their late game potential as far as the Titans clashing. But we have a Slark, a little more snowball potential, and we'll have to see if Vici can kind of keep that pressure building up and not allow Eternal Envy to really get that farm on his Terrorblade.
Yeah. So the lanes, I mean, from the Cloud9 side, look somewhat, I guess, predictable. You've got your safe lane, trial lane, where they're going to look to secure the Terrorblade farm. The off lane is going to be your Centaur. So, I guess same story with Vici Gaming. You expect the Brood in the off lane. You expect the supports to at least start in the safe lane and then maybe roam from there, and the Ember Spirit to go mid. So, I mean, from that point of view, do you see either team mixing things up with the lanes at all, or like,
Well,
going for early ganks?
Standard lanes to start, but I think Vici's gonna get really active on Wraith King and Skywrath, and just like you get Brood like level 3 or level 4, maybe level 5, and then you just run a Wraith King into the lane. And
Yeah.
Vengeful Spirit is not a good hero to deal with the Brood. Like she's gonna have a lot of problems.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, Elder Titan, I guess, a bit tankier, but has similar issues, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, you could deal with a couple levels in Spirit will help with the spiders, I guess, but still, like, they don't really have the best heroes to deal with. Brood. You could maybe put Puck in safe lane. Might be better.
Okay. I'm excited to see how Isis is going to. I can't say it enough because it just helps remind me like when he used to play a lot of like Nature's Prophet and how much he'd utilize those Treant protectors, being able to scout and multi-farm and stuff. And now he's going to have all those spiderlings to work with. I'm curious to see if he's going to be innovative whatsoever with this Brood, if he's going to go more standard with it. And here we go. We will get the pause back and underway. It just seems like a bit of a settings.
Brood's kind of less about like the individual unit micro, but you can do like some cute things like the surrounds. You can do the like you kind of body blocking with a group of spiderlings. So I don't think anyone understands you, Black. No one else. Oh no, Fat speaks German. So
yeah, they were actually. I remember after we had casted our game and we were talking to him about his game and stuff, and of course about that first blood.
They used to be teammates on the old
I wasn't sure if I was really tired and I thought they were speaking English, and maybe I was just like I didn't understand. But no, they were definitely not speaking English. I found that out, so it's hard to tell. Long days here.
Yeah. Well, not as long as last time I still remember being the 2 a.m. finish on day one. That was fun times.
Yeah. Hopefully today that will be back underway.
Yeah. Looking to get things underway. I can see you've got a bit of wait before your first match. You don't start till afternoon, 4 or 5 p.m. ish.
Really?
I think so.
That long?
3 p.m. maybe.
Holy cow.
You got a schedule over there if you want to look, but I don't know.
Nah.
You guys are the last matches, I believe. For
really? We played the last two?
Or the second to last two, maybe.
All right.
I don't know if you already talked about it or not with them, but after dinner one, I'm feeling that maybe you were just, we want to go 0-3 that way today. We have a really strong performance, and we get the opponent we want, later on. And
yeah, it can be a little choosy, huh?
Yeah.
Last two games of the day.
I mean, who wants to be top 2 guaranteed semifinals? Not about that life.
Yes. I mean, that'd be such a boring day. What are you supposed to do all day?
You have a reputation of, you got to make sure that it's like, oh, day number 1. Now we're going to hit it hard here. So
day 1, man.
Who would you, as far as like looking at round 1 matchups, who would you prefer to be up against?
I mean,
Tinker
or not today, probably.
Yeah.
They're probably the weakest teams.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because it's like, is it 1-3-6 in like one half of the bracket, or is it? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, GoDz.
Oh, you mean in the semifinals?
So no, listen. It's like you have like the 2 brackets, and it's like 1-3-6 and then 2-4-5, or is it 1-4-5 and then 2-3-6?
Oh, it's 1-4-5.
Okay. So it's like you kind of want to place yourself against like maybe your second round matchup.
That's true.
Well,
yeah. If you guys finish, let's say 5th place, then you verse 4th, which is likely Tinker, and then you verse.
See?
Well, then you verse. Yeah, then you verse first place, which.
So it is
Vici's
1-4-5.
Yeah. Yes. I'm 90%. I made this. I made this schedule.
That's why I'm looking to you.
The thing is, like, this tournament has like, in my opinion, like 4 really premier teams.
Yep.
And then
it's
so
1-4-5.
So like 6th place is really rough because you have to play against the 3 team, which is definitely going to be a good team.
Yeah. And then you play against the 2 team.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I mean, 6th place is always going to be rough. If you finish 6th, you deserve it to be rough.
If the first seed team is way better than the second seed team, and like maybe you don't match up that well against them, maybe you want to be 6th.
And instead of 5th.
And that way you can at least get to the finals.
Well, if you're never going to beat the 3rd place team, then I don't know.
Pretty sure everyone's confident enough to beat everyone, so it's just a matter of getting it done.
All right.
You really never know. I mean, even like not today, especially after their first game against Cloud9, they've shown that they can hang in there. They're not going to be an easy pushover. But we could also talk about how
we could lose today for sure.
Yeah. After their first game though, they kind of went on tilt. So we'll see. It's where your mind's going to be.
And even in a best of 5, like I don't see not today. Like sure, the BO1 format maybe favors some of these underdog teams, but I think they're good enough that you put them in a best of 5, even if they finish last place, let's say against versus the 3rd place team, which is maybe Cloud9, maybe Vici. They could at least take a game off one of those teams, maybe even a couple games. Like their game against Cloud9 was really close, so I don't think not today a pushover.
I thought they were going to win that game.
Against
C9.
In a big BO5?
No, the game, the best one they played yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to win that, but they kind of.
I thought they had that too. I'm like.
It was a rough game though. They had like C9 had like Chrono and then.
Was it the game where they had Refresher and Refresher, or was Magnus Refresher?
No, they had Magnus. So they had like
so much team.
They had RP and Chrono, and then they had no way to help the DP. So like DP would run uphill with the ultimate on, and then he would just get chronoed or
slammed. The one fight where they lost it was when the DP got skewered into the tier 4 towers.
Exactly, and they had no heroes to help with that at all. So
they had a tide, but.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're still taking a fight in the tier 4s, and
they went right for Freddy. Like, we know that you're going to be the pinnacle point of this team. We'll jump in. We'll use what we got to take you down. Then the rest of the team behind you will just begin to crumble away. So
I saw a bit of his Invoker last night. That was really cool. He just, I don't know. He's like a really interesting player. Like, he makes plays. He just gets solo kills when like nobody else would get the solo kills, and you're like, how is that even possible? You're like, it's just.
You're like, I wish Arteezy would do that.
No. It's just, it's like, it just smash things, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Kid's a pub star, man. He's a freak. And, you know, a lot of people were questioning how much he was going to be, or how able he was going to be performing here, because he'd been dealing with ping for so long of his Dota pub/team play life, and all through the qualifiers where they performed very, very well, whether it was a best-of-1 group stages, they were like top 1 or 2, and even all through playoffs where they went undefeated through those sets, you know.
Yep.
They're doing that all, mind you, with 120-plus ping. Now they're here in the house with, hopefully, little ping. He's got that face like,
Nah, it's right about 120.
Yeah. You know, hopefully we'll get it subsized a bit with the help
Damn
of
Valve
that.
US West servers.
But at least everyone's on the same playing field. I guess I could put it like that.
Oh, okay.
So as opposed to them just having extra ping, is everyone's kind of in the same realm. But
that was the
let's
cool
just
thing
get
about,
everyone on 400 ping. Let's play on all servers or something.
that was the cool thing about being in Stockholm for like past 2 weeks or whatever. We got to play all of our matches on Europe East servers, which are in Stockholm. So we had like literally 5 ping. So it's just.
He's saying how much better ping they had than we did.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Day one, we're working.
5 ping is like.
Yeah,
you
no,
could-
I can imagine as a player,
Okay.
that's like, this is where you know this is the ultimate test.
We
on
here
who's
at
got
don't
this
know
guy.
what 5 ping is like.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what it feels like either. Like,
click, it actually just happens right then and there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
no, it's you have to experience it, and then it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just do local lobby.
But just going back to like someone like Smash, who's already so good as it is, being able to see him hopefully unleash with minimal ping or being on the same playing field. He's
Get him
found
on
his
his-
groove, but it felt like, I mean, obviously they have Fog on their team, so they don't have their full 5-man lineup, and some question the communication issues. But you know, Fog can't speak a reasonable amount of Spanish, but it's just not uniform quite yet. Hopefully today they had a good breakfast and they can kind of sync it together and make it happen, because you don't want to make it through
A
this
good
tournament without
breakfast.
a win, man.
It's very important.
Huh? Good breakfast.
a
Did you have
nice-
a good breakfast? What did you have? Did you see like a granola bar or something like that? From
Yeah,
here?
I didn't eat breakfast. I had a granola bar and a Gatorade.
All right. Well, you have a while before you
That's
play,
better than
so
most people, at least.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
have a good
fine.
lunch, I
It's
guess,
not
if you
that
got a
bad.
while to play.
Yeah. I had room service yesterday though. I had a nice breakfast yesterday. Didn't serve me too well though.
Yeah. So maybe today.
Late.
Forget the breakfast.
Starve
Yeah,
yourself.
forget, I'm more of a lunch guy anyways.
Me too,
Alright.
man.
The food's been good though. Good lunch. What do we have for
He's
lunch?
thinking about it. This isn't going good,
No.
gods. Don't
I
ask
think
him
we had,
questions like that.
I mean,
No.
it's fine.
It wasn't
This
nice.
is
Yeah,
strike
yeah,
two.
no
We tried with the
complaints.
ping. We
No
tried with the
complaints.
food.
I don't mind. I didn't.
It's just takeout.
Yeah.
It's
Kind-
fine.
It was nice.
I got the job done. I had the rice and chicken last night.
We bring it to you. We have a nice little
Well,
spread.
the thing
You
is,
just
like,
have to walk down the line.
We had 2 games in a row last night, and dinner literally came like the second our first match started. So
Yeah.
like when we got down here, it was just like it was just all like.
I feel like I have
leftovers
bad
and
luck with
whatnot.
that. Like, I'll be a casting game while they're eating. I'm like, that's great, guys.
Yeah, and you can see everyone
like,
just behind
yeah,
you.
everyone behind you's like,
alright,
that looks
great.
like some
You're
feast.
just glancing
yeah,
over.
well,
You're like, hope there's some left.
They're like, yeah, they're winning the fight right
Yeah.
now, but is that fucking chicken?
Save some for me.
Make me a
Yeah.
plate. But
Yeah.
no, I hear you.
I
That's what's
warmed up
important.
the microwave. It was good. I ate it in the car on the way back to the
Nice.
hotel. It was
I had some this
classy.
morning. Actually, that was my breakfast. I had some leftover rice and chicken.
Yep.
It was-
My teammates were
it was good
jealous.
stuff.
They're like, "Where'd you get that?"
Yeah.
But then we just ordered room service anyways last night.
Yeah.
Our tour got.
Oh boy.
It was on Charlie, obviously. So our
Food
tour's
was on
like,
Charlie.
yeah, Artur's. I mean, you can tell by Artur's personality, but he doesn't.
He went all out.
He doesn't
Got
hold
the,
back.
Like, prime rib or something.
No. Like that's another. When you go out to like nice restaurants, Artur will just like everyone. Artur will just look through the menu and be like, "All right, what's the most expensive
Oh
thing?"
my god.
And he goes,
I'll
"Oh,
take the
$60 steak. Yeah,
28-ounce prime rib, please.
I'll have one of those." And then he'll get it and he'll look at it and he'll be like, he'll take one bite and he goes, "All right, this is the
It
worst
may
steak
not
I've
be
ever
what
had
he
in my
felt like.
entire
That's the
life."
thing, like, I know people who like that, but then it's like they don't even get what they wanted to order. Sometimes that like middle brain.
just want to
thing,
show I
don't
have
know.
money. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Everyone, feast your
No,
eyes on
yeah,
my
it's-
huge
it's
dish.
You know who
No,
I've
it's-
heard also does that? Who used to be on EG?
Mason.
Demon.
Oh, Demon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I used to feel really uncomfortable, like, because when Charlie would take us out and be like, "EG team dinner," and EG would pay for everything, and then
Yeah.
I'd feel really bad if I ordered something really expensive. So I'd always get like, I try to be like conservative, but now it's like,
Do what the hell you want.
I just.
I'm hungry. I want to
I
eat
get
this.
like I see all my teammates just ordering these like super expensive things, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm getting the steak too.
I don't want to be a bitch. Like, I was just gonna have a cheeseburger, but
I make sure I
whatever.
finish my
Filet
plate.
mignon.
I make sure I finish my plate.
You have
though.
you choose your 2 options and then you like tell other people you're not ready to decide, so you see what they order first. And
Exactly.
Then go from there.
Yeah.
Classic.
See, I'm not ready yet. You
Especially
guys
when I
go
go
for
on
it.
a date.
No, but like, anyways, last night, like, Artur's like, he wanted like the calamari or whatever, and
Okay.
then
That's all.
it was just an appetizer. He goes, "All right, I'll have 2 calamari."
This is good. Can I have 3 more?
So it came, and then yeah, he didn't even touch the second one.
All right.
I think he took it. He called it Togo. He took it back to his hotel room. He said he's gonna eat it while he laid in bed and watch Grey's Anatomy.
And you didn't eat it.
I don't know. He may have.
Tell him to bring it over. I'll have some calamari. I don't mind if it's.
I mean,
It's probably gonna be stuck in the fridge. He's
I'm
gonna
sure he
leave
was
it in
up
the hotel room.
all night watching Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy. It's probably all gone.
I thought it was
How's
caught up.
everyone all about that?
I don't know. He said no. I remember him tweeting at Dreamleague that it was like caught up or something.
I don't know. Isn't there like
What
15
shows do you
seasons?
watch? Not Grey's Anatomy. What is it?
Are you
See,
all about the
I've been watching. I actually just finished this morning or whatever. Like in my sleepless night, I just finished season 6 of Seinfeld.
Okay.
It's
That's a
classic.
Yeah, so I'm watching
solid.
that right now. I've been watching Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
I heard good things about that.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean,
Walking Dead. Caught up on that. I didn't realize how many
those shows
episodes I
are-
missed. I guess like when we
Well,
started watching it together,
yeah.
I must have missed like 1 or 2
You
along
went
the
away
way.
and then.
And I went home to catch up, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, what happened with Beth or whatever? And
Oh,
I had
did
to like
you-
go back and check it out.
okay.
I'm caught
Oh,
up.
wow.
No
Okay.
spoilers.
I'm waiting for
You
like
are caught up?
I'm caught up now. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm waiting for Game of Thrones and Suits to start up again. I
Yeah.
like those shows.
I like Suits, but it's
like-
it's just so cheesy. Like it's got to the
Yeah.
point where it's just like
Yeah, like it's
I like
it's funny.
it,
Like
but
season
it's-
1 and season 2 of every show is
Yeah.
like so good. Like
Now I've never seen the show.
Which one?
Is it really about Suits? Like, what is it? Just guys who are like high
It's about,
profile or something like that?
These
It's pretty good.
lawyers, kind of.
Pretty much.
it's good.
It's like a.
Do you have a suit?
drama.
A suit? No.
You gotta get a suit, man.
Why would I need a suit?
Dude, you're gonna need a suit at some point. Just one nice
You
tailored
win
suit.
TI5. You're doing your like I don't know your press conferences the day after. You need to be in your suit. Like
Yeah.
think all athletes have their
RTC
suit.
says if we win TI5, we all have to buy Ferrari 599s. I think that's what it. I think that's the number. I'm not
Did
sure
you
if that's
agree
right.
to this?
I mean, I didn't agree to it, but I thought it'd be really cool if we took a team
Ferrari
picture
599s. Oh
with a bunch of Ferraris.
E.g. Ferraris. That sounds like
I
something.
mean, he doesn't even have his driver's license yet, but he doesn't care. Neither does I. So
It'll be just like his
Yeah.
prime rib. He'll have it and he'll crash it and be like,
He'll
I'm
just
not
have
done
Charlie
with this
drive.
anyways. Give me 2 more.
How does Charlie put up with you guys?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm sure. I hope he gets paid well.
All right. Yeah.
Because
It's gotta be one of the most patient men in
it's
the business.
no, it's gotta be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so bad actually, because it's like, it's going to the part where like we're like totally dependent. Like, if Charlie wasn't here, like we would just be, like chickens with our heads cut off. We'd just be running around.
I can't believe. I mean, I didn't get the actual team a lot, but like just yesterday, I know like we had and I don't mean to keep calling him out for it, but like Artur was having like audio problems. He's like, I'm just not hearing anything. Headset's broken. Computer's broken. I can't hear anything.
That's
I'm like,
that's
hold
a
on.
story in itself.
I'm like, let me go check this out. All right, let me see. And I'm looking in the back, and yeah, he had swapped the microphone and the audio plug. I
Okay.
just had to switch it back. There you go. He had
Artur
audio.
has deemed himself as very unlucky with PCs.
Unlucky.
Yet he goes through about a keyboard a week,
Yeah, he
and
brings a backup keyboard. Is that a normal thing for players? Bring
Oh.
a backup keyboard to a LAN?
He did bring a headset.
He wanted like brown keys on his Razer keyboard,
Okay.
and apparently like Razer discontinued brown keys, but they had like 2 left over or whatever, and they gave them to him, and he already broke one of them. So, and then we got him at Dream League, so it was a
How do
week
you
ago.
break a keyboard?
I was just gonna say the same. Like, you guys.
I think part of like the cord like clipped off into the actual
Oh.
socket. So,
Okay.
yeah, just Artur stuff.
Yeah.
And then his PC never works the first time, so it's always
Okay.
like always swapping PCs, and every time he restarts Dota, he has to redo his config, and
Yeah.
he's a very high maintenance person.
Yeah, he didn't have a headset.
Yeah, he's like
Charlie had to go and barter with other teams because you guys are.
Yeah, he just didn't have that.
We also
He
had to
didn't have the
order him a
mic.
headset.
The mic connection.
coming in 1 day delivery.
Wait, did we order it?
I may have ordered it for him.
Oh,
But,
God,
make
you-
sure. Hey, we gotta make sure these. This is
We had headsets around, but
this
they
is
were
their like
not
Randall,
to
this
his,
is their
not
life.
to his
We gotta make sure
specifications.
they're up to the up to snuff as far as
Yeah.
they're performing at their true potential. Whether
Yeah.
it's whatever headset they need. Want to
Okay.
make sure here at BTS we provide them with the best.
Yeah.
Right. Except for everything
Yeah.
else and the beeps.
Yeah, for the viewers
How are the
wondering,
beeps today?
if you guys are wondering,
So far, no beeps.
Beep free.
Beep free. The public is demanding the beeps to come back though. We'll see.
Yeah, we are replacing a PC right now. I got word from our producers, so
Where's your,
we should be good to go in a couple of minutes.
Where's your soundboard? You need a beep.
Yeah.
Dude, I said that. I was so amped up. Like, okay, day number 1. Let's have a recap of day number 1. Beep, 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 beep.
That'd
beep,
been really
beep.
funny.
Okay, day number 2.
You had that queued like right when you did like the sound check, the initial thing for the stream.
The entire chat wants it back. It's all gift beat.
I mean,
apparently.
I mean, we could just have a beep casters. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a break.
grass
We
is
could
always
just have
green on the
beeps
other
cap
side,
game.
right?
Full
Oh.
game. Yeah, all right, could happen.
Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, as we wait things out and they get things resolved, I know it's just the game number 1 to start things out yesterday was also a bit of a hiccup. We were here. We were stress testing a bit, getting some of his machines. Hopefully that wasn't one that wasn't was overseen, unfortunately.
It's better
but,
to pause this now than like middle of the game. That's like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, like ruins your tempo. This is still at least Creeps haven't spawned, so make do. I don't know. It is what it is.
I mean, I don't want to get into it.
That's okay.
Have you been enjoying at least the ambiance outside of the Dota itself? I know we have provided a little bit of a viewing area, game room.
Yeah, that was chill.
Everyone seems
nice.
pretty chill.
But I think I liked it last time because it was like there was like 10 PCs in the room upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In
More
like Merlini's bedroom, I guess.
Yeah.
And
more PCs next time.
We
I
might
mean,
be able to get some of them still.
we're Dota
going.
players.
We're still kind of
I think-
feeling it out.
yeah, it's fun to play like GameCube or whatever and N64 games. But at the end of the day, everyone just wants to play Dota, win or
Yeah.
lose. Like, I mean, we could drop we drop all 3 of our games yesterday, but if there was more PCs, I wouldn't even be surprised if we went to play upstairs and played like 4 matchmaking games.
Okay. All right. More PCs for Dota.
We're all about the Dota, man.
Duly noted. Yeah, thank you, BBG. Inside
All right.
info.
Yeah.
He's like, and a masseuse. A masseuse would be nice too.
No,
just
no,
someone
we-
to fall back on the side. A nice little a foot rub.
No,
Yeah.
seriously.
Can make it work. Oh, no, yeah, I heard stories about that last time. Not that one, but but a specialist, I guess. What? Uh-oh.
PPD's going red.
I can't take this cast seriously. I can't take this tournament seriously anymore.
I'm just
This
going
tournament's a
through
joke,
grapevine.
man.
This tournament's a freaking joke, man.
$300,000.
Unbelievable.
I
As you
put up
guys
with it,
can
though.
tell, PPD here with us, like there's
Look
no
at this.
feelings.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
I'm turning bright
What is
red.
out? Is there any games happening? We can cast maybe something in the lounge if there's potentially maybe they're
I don't
smashing
know.
up a bit and give something.
We
a little bit of
saw
eye
you
candy.
guys playing the little golf mini game, and you guys were
We're playing Mario
pretty
Party.
bad
Party.
about
yesterday.
it. Yeah, in Mario Party. And
Our tour. I think our tour finished.
Oh my god, this
with
is so
0 stars and 0 coins.
he had no idea how to play that game. Like you can tell he's like not even 18 still. Like he's,
Well, yeah, that's the thing is like he was born in like '96, so like we think like all these games of our childhood and
He
like all
doesn't even know what
these
like a Nintendo is.
yeah,
probably,
you
right?
probably never had an N64 before.
Like
so.
I woke up, it was PlayStation when I was born. PlayStation, whatever. Doesn't know what the old school's really about. But of all games, though, Mario Party, we learned on the After Hours show that game can get you pretty damn salty. There's too much
Oh, yeah.
RNG involved.
Fucking Mario Party.
it's good for the gamers who are not very good at games because it's just suddenly I have 2 stars. What
That's
happened?
why I won.
Yeah.
I won that game. Yeah, I think the first time I played it. It's
Okay.
good for people who are not good at games. Thanks, gods.
Kuro destroyed us
Really?
in Dota and in Mario Party.
Ooh,
What a
that's
beast.
not fun.
It's rough. He's a real professional gamer.
Do you play other games apart from Dota, like at home?
Let's say, hopefully not. In a hypothetical world, tomorrow Dota is over. All right, Valve's like, we've had enough for some reason, and we're gonna move on and make CS:GO 2, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Do you step off from? Would you step off from something else and keep competitive gaming and try to adapt into something new, or you're like, I'm done gaming, I'm moving on?
League of Legends.
Like
You think of that?
It's
Now
a
you're back to
superior
Han?
game.
You're not gonna go
honestly.
back to Han and hope or Strife?
No,
No,
no.
unfortunately. All right.
League of Legends. It's a great game
Well, we don't have to resort to that.
Everyone loves
fortunately,
it.
as we still have Dota 2.
for now.
We may not have a PC up and ready, but we still have Dota 2 to play.
yeah, Dota 2 still exists at least in this little world of ours.
I think it'd
It's
be
good
cool.
news.
Like if you just took like a full Dota team and then you like swapped it to League, you see how long it would take them to get good.
And then do the opposite.
Sure.
Why not, right?
Somebody comp our salaries and stuff, and let's just go. Switch.
I'm not. Yeah, we're not.
BTS sponsor League of Legends team.
That's on EG.
That's. I mean, you guys have your legal.
I mean, it's just an idea. It wasn't practical.
Have you interacted at all with any of the other teams that EG's like, has under their umbrella? Just kind of hang out at all?
I
Or
mean,
you guys each
I
in your
see like
own?
Alliance and Tinker at events.
I mean, outside of Dota 2.
Outside
EG
of
has other
Dota.
teams, right? Outside of Dota 2.
They have like
Sorry, I don't know.
we have we got Heroes
StarCraft
of the
players.
Heroes of the Storm team.
yeah.
Or that's what it's called.
That's
no,
a
Heroes
game.
of Heroes of the
That's
Storm.
where
right?
you're going when Dota 2 fails. I thought.
No. League of Legends for sure. What other teams are there? There's like the league teams are like kind of separated
Mm.
because it's like a whole Riot kind of situation.
Yeah.
So it's like hardly even a EG team.
You guys got
Um,
some StarCraft players.
Oh, yeah,
I saw J-Dong at BlizzCon.
I did vodka shots with White Raw and J-Dong.
Okay.
Last stream act, not the previous one, but the one before.
That sounds fun.
It was the worst vodka ever, man. White Raw doesn't mess around.
Oh, my goodness. That
That-
sound means we actually don't have to put up with us trying to shoot the shit any longer. We can get
Music.
Dota back and underway here. Sorry about the bit of a hiccup, but let's get things fresh and started right now. It's going to be,
Yeah.
Cloud9 taking on Vici Gaming here. Ice on his Brood. Immediately they put down a bit of Vision Ward, and they see the web immediately, and we'll see what kind of antics he's going to pull out with Mother.
He's got some pretty a unique. Just 10 goes in the observer board as far as starting items go, so we'll have to see what he has planned. with this. Pretty defensive ward, which is just a safe spot that doesn't get dewarded. But item-wise, like, not really committing to anything with his starting money.
Seeing a ward like that it just makes me feel like he's definitely going to be your traditional brood. Like, I'm planting myself in this lane. I'm going to get what I can out of it, and I want to be able to see if anyone starts coming my way, I'll be on it. But for now, I'm just going to be hanging about this top lane, doing broodmother things.
Do you think Ice is that guy in pubs that just picks broodmother? He wastes like the very last second.
Why is it?
He's like, all right, no brood counters. Here we go.
The people 5th picking brood in matchmaking, man, those
Hard
there's
in.
a special place in hell for them.
There really
That
is.
is.
Oh, immediately with the Sentry D
Oh.
ward right here. Oh,
Alright,
boy.
Yeah, he saw him planet. So
Here we go. Pilot die. Don't! That's my
Deny?
ward! Stop
No.
it! No, not even deny. Ah, damn
you
it.
gotta deny.
So now there's a sentry ward problem. I think the sentry wards can see each other. Yeah. Pilot, I got it.
Where's okay.
So getting rid of that
Oh,
ops,
that's
though,
the dire one there.
pretty
I can
big.
see. I'm blind.
Pretty big. And now he can just plant himself by the side shop. And, you know, for the meantime, until he feels comfortable even trying to get any sort of CS, this is all EE's time. He immediately pulls out that Metamorphosis, and look at that. Right, and that's what I'm talking about. When you see a Brood, it's like you're going to have to be forced to invest a little bit of that extra money into Sentries right off the bat, whereas maybe you could have passed on Sentries to just have that bit of extra gold. But look at this. Pilot Die is the bouncer of this lane. Like, don't even think about you're going to have a free time, but they're just going to trade while all the meanwhile, Terrorblade farms it up.
It's like he can't really zone Ice. Ice is going to get all the XP in the world.
Yeah.
Once he gets level 3, level 5, he gets his nuke. He can still put some pressure on, get some farm, but
So roaming businessman in mid lane.
yeah.
He's got the luggage. Bringing it about here, but
What's Elder Titan stats bottom is on his way top though, so maybe he catches Ice by surprise.
look at these two. Anything you could do, I could do better. Just constantly shoving each other about. But like you said, man, like your bounty hunters, like your Rickies, they'll be able to kind of use that elusiveness and hiding under the dark to try to find the range of XP and building it on up. And Bone 7 trying to do a little bit of the same, knows that they're doing with the pull, and he's going to just try to sap a little bit of XP even from the low ground.
Be careful. Wraithing his boots, so
And here we go. The blaster coming out here. He gets off the stun, and he knows he has to make a run here. And with those boots,
Bone 7 has no boots, but Wraithing is.
oh, he's
solid.
glaring up.
Yeah.
He's going to pop the salve, and that's going to be enough to allow him to simply walk away. And this is more space for Black to farm up on his Slark.
Okay. So for now, nothing. I mean, both teams just kind of zoning out the offlane as much as they can, but Brood's having a pretty jolly time, I feel.
Is he level 3 yet? I mean, that's like the most important thing is to zone up Brood, like in the first couple waves, because
Yeah.
once he gets level 3, like, and as soon as he gets like level 5, like he starts getting these spider links, and then you can't zone him out of support anymore, especially Venge. And Terrorblade doesn't really help you at all.
Yeah, and Terrorblade can't afford to help you. He's like, I have a quota to meet. I got to make my CS happen, my CS gains, because Terrorblade needs to be able to get to that point where he can come online. And when you're comparing the two, you know, Terrorblade and Slark, I'd imagine Black doesn't need quite as much farm to be able to get a little more proactive throughout the game, being able to bring in some kills, while as, you know, Eternal Envy, he's more focused on just trying to reach his final form.
They're just going to create so much space for Black, I feel, as well, because as soon as Ember gets his levels, like 10-15 minutes in, he just moves around the map. Similar story with the Radiant supports even earlier if they want to. Like, they can just make their way towards top, and
Oh, good lord. Alright, yeah, I mean,
we're good.
alright. False alarm.
Mild hiccup.
So, and then they do have Puck, though, and Venge, which are pretty good against Brood, I think. Just like finding him and killing him.
More or less a lot of the same. Mid-game even on the CS, and now we're seeing Ice feeling a lot more comfortable as the creep wave comes closer towards his tower, and he keeps drawing the aggro closer and closer to. Now he can actually find some CS to go along with the XP he's been gaining mid lane. The chains are going to fire right here on Fata. Fata, who got caught out with that first blood yesterday, but this time will be able to orb away from this one and does step back. So
Man,
more
you're
tipped.
not going to let that go, huh?
I was just so.
What's it going to take?
So
Gotta win
hey, you think I'm like was a bit adamant about it now? You should see the Merlini and Black have at it. They just would not let the thing go. But well-respected Puck. We expect the best out of him, so it's only fair that I get be hard on him.
I think once Puck has Blink and Yules, they can afford a gem, and there's not really like any really easy way to kill the Puck. So they'll be able to find out the Brood and kill him a lot as well.
So you think they're going to invest in a gem sooner rather than later?
Yeah, right after Yules and Puck, I think.
Okay. Good. Definitely would need that against the Brood, plus the additional ability to, of course, take
Then
that.
you have Centaur ult too, so like if Puck finds us, then you can just Centaur ult, and everyone can just catch up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See.
A lot of money being invested in these sentries, so
Yeah, look at that.
the sentry on sentry, both dire ones, but
You have
one
to,
about to
like-
expire.
You gotta.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Pilot Die, one of the most selfless ones in the game. Happy to invest in that kind of ward usage if it means creating that extra bit of space and allowing him to harass back.
He didn't even have mana for stun though. He's just like throwing out house. He can't even like do too much as far as the is concerned right now.
You don't even need to really throw out a stun this early. It's not like they're gonna really find the opportunity with the terrible as is right now, unless ISSS for some reason gets a bit overzealous and then they can fall through with the damage of Metamorphosis. But I don't see that happening. We'll have to see though as they continue to trade it about here. Mid lane, it's spots at 21-9. On the other side, Super 18-2. Very, very even. And here we go. Briefcase boy walking in from the north, happy to harass a bit. And there's your Midas now. 5-minute mark almost on the dot. Black gets a hold of the golden glove right now on his Slark and puts it right to use. Is this going to be one of those kind of Slark games you think where he needs to go more mobility, get a hold of a blink right away and being able to get proactive, or is he just going to continue to farm it on up and maybe play it a little more greedy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the direction this game is going to go, but I think they have the ability to go late game if they're able to get some items on the Wraith King. I don't know. I think they could definitely just go play aggressive, I suppose, but I think the biggest problem for C9 is the Centaur, who's not getting anything out of the offlane. He's forced to jungle now, and I just don't think this hero is the best pick for a game like this. Like you want Centaur when they don't have any like stuns or snares or anything, and they have they have Wraith King stun, they have Ember Spirit chains, they have Slark pounce. It's not that bad, but it's really tough to get experience in the offlane.
It was their last pick, I guess. So as far as like what I don't know, often you get to your last pick, and if you need an offlaner and there's been like Tide, your normal offlane is banned. It's like, what do you even get half the time? So.
Well, I don't even think C9 plays Tide.
Yeah.
I guess they do. I've seen both.
It was banned out, but yeah, it's not exactly a common Bone 7.
I don't know. I can't remember either. I know it feels like forever ago that the draft actually happened, but we've seen both have played a lot of Jakiro, and I think Jakiro could have added a lot this game, especially against someone like a Brood. I mean, they didn't know it was going to be a Brood, but had he considered something like a Jakiro, that certainly would have helped. But we'll see if they can make the best of Big Bad Brad and this kind of matchup and how much they'll be able to utilize that Stampede when the engagements really break out. Very slow start to this game regardless, and you kind of expect that from both of these teams when we were talking about the pregame earlier today. Is they really love like their 4 Protect 1. They literally just prioritize being able to build that far, and once the mid-game approaches, that's when we're going to probably see some of the high-octane action. Oh, Pilot die. Get these spiders off of me.
Yeah, it's a level 5 Brood. They don't really have until
this
Puck
is gone.
Yeah, look at him now. He's just all up in their grill.
The supports are up here, so like this is just unless Puck rotates, this is done for.
Yeah, Eternal Envy now moved off into the jungle on his own, where Centaur's also made. So you got 2 people here stacking or trying to work with the jungle, and it's a more free farm period for the bottom lane to find their own farm. And this is a bit awkward. And now Ice can do whatever he wants here in the top lane, and this is where he slowly begins to spread his spider wings and become a plague. I mean, just look at the web; it's disgusting, all over the place. This is his lane now.
Yeah, he's definitely got control of the top lane. He's probably going to be able to take the tower here pretty soon.
Puck's here though. Early and does have coil.
There's a sentry ward on the ground. Oh no, he's out.
I don't know though. There's not very many windows that they can get a hold of Mother here, and I'm questioning what he's going to be using as far as the micro ability with these spiderlings and being a pest. And
yeah, he's going to farm a lot, but at the end of the day, it's just a Brood Mother. Like, I've played countless amounts of games where you lose early game to Brood Mother, like even way worse than this. And Brood tries to go at your tier 2s or tier 3s, he gets picked off once or twice, and all of a sudden you have like just a feeding useless hero who has like high levels and experience.
Ooh, they're making the dive forward. They want to go for Pylai die. Infamous first blooder, he will go down. It's going to be FY who does pick it up on his Majesty. There it is. It took about 8 minutes, but we got it. The first strike of the game is going to go into the hands of Vici Gaming.
They brought a lot of heroes up though, so I mean at that point for C9 just losing Avenge in the tier 1 tower isn't too bad, but I mean I don't think the aggression ends here for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, Vici Gaming know that if they could get a pick off, that makes for a very easy tier 1, but at the same time, look at this. You gotta look at the damage. 150, Metamorphosis level 3, what many consider the true ultimate here of this hero. What a hero it is. Beginning to right click at home and can't really get towards the tower quite yet, and they're already gonna pull out an early rotation with Super already being here. They want to try to nerf down as much damage as possible, but it's already now below half.
Going into this, not easy.
Envy's infamous for not having ultimate until like level 10 or something on Tier Blade. So like when we'd like go to gank Envy in a game or something, we'd just be like, we just like walk into the jungle and be like, oh, watch out for Sunder, and we'd be like, actually, there's no way he has Sunder.
Yeah, actually, it's Envy.
So we just all stack up on him and kill him.
Yeah.
We're gonna look to make it work, and
it's so much mana. Like the mana cost is so high, and like so rarely do you see like early game Sunders actually save you.
And they did change it up recently, right? I'm trying to remember the exact mechanic how they tweaked it
It's
about
longer
being able
range.
to-
It
doesn't
doesn't stun,
disrupt.
though.
They buffed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It doesn't disrupt, but yeah, the range was added to it, but he was nerfed elsewhere a bit, but that hasn't deterred
Wow.
EE whatsoever from playing the hero. And now we see, look at
It
this.
says 2K gold, screw boots. I'm just going straight Midas.
Here we go, and he's right in their face right
To
now.
Midas, approaching the Ultra Mega late game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Brood, as far as like, isn't really known for being a good late game carry, but if you
Whoops.
itemize for it, you kind of can be.
Uh-oh. I can't move.
Well, the cool thing about Brood is that
Uh-oh. He's got
he
15
actually
seconds.
can't get out.
This is one of those like, I mean, it's
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like it's actually.
when I play Brood, I hate when this happens. It's like, why does this exist?
And at this
You
point,
play Brood? Weren't you just hating on people who play Brood in games?
I don't. Okay, maybe
Those
I
damn
have
Brood players,
Yeah.
but when I play it, it's all good.
Look, when Brood's on my team, it's okay.
pick Brood. Good lord.
So,
When I random Brood in matchmaking, I just.
it's a repick.
It's
so-
fun. I
no,
like
no,
micro
I
heroes.
play it, but I just commit to the loss at like minute 1. I love a good loss.
Play with my feet at that point.
I'm actually on like a 8-game losing streak in matchmaking right now. So I don't know. I just.
Is that since being back in the US or?
No. It's like my first I won like 6 in a row in Europe, and then I just something happened.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I won like all my officials at DreamHack, and then I just lost all of my matchmaking games.
Well, those are the ones that matters, I guess. So.
I mean, I fear made some mention like officials should give you MMR.
Uh-oh.
That'd be a nice little change.
They want Owie. Jumping on forward. Double remnant for it. They do get it. Elder Titan goes down, and
Slark is so
Gaming.
farmed.
Like, imagine if you got like 25 or 50 solo MMR for winning official
Dyer's
matches.
bottom tower is under attack.
Min.
Dyer's
yeah, I'll never get that bonus, that's for sure. So certainly use it, but
Alright, that is. Ice is just on point with.
this guy's little nooks and crannies, though. He is.
Yeah, it looks like I think he saw the puck with that sentry ward earlier. That's a Radiant sentry.
Dyer's bottom tower is
Here we
under
go. So where do you go from here on a Brood who's clearly made the early investment into Midas? Do you still go for something like an Orchid kind of a grab from here on out, or try to build up your own reasonable right click, more pushing emphasis, a Necro Book or something? But right now it's spots are pressured out. Silence is going to be there. Arcane Bolts are flying. The sleep though from Owie is able to slow their roll, and this time they will not be executed, and Vici are going to be forced to step back. But they continue to take objectives with towers and kind of just be the dominant ones in this early game.
Slug gets his blink. So
That's the blink. So there we go. Taking more aggressive.
It's timed like perfectly with his what's going to be his level 10 once he uses his Midas. So he's kind of maximizing his damage output right now.
Brood was a really good pick.
This is going to be kind of scary for a lot of these heroes. That's Alright, he gets out, orbs away.
Not too much trouble. Obviously, they're not
Radiant's
going to
bottom
expend a
tower
whole lot
is
for
under
it, but
attack.
he's going to be kind of shoved back there from the Astro.
FY's got more farm on his Wraith King than the center has, so already we're seeing Vici just build to late game. 4 cores, no problem.
Stampede going to be called out here, and doesn't
Uh,
look like that's for anything
yeah,
anywhere else on the map. It's
dunno.
maybe a yell of frustration. Damn this spider!
Farm some
So-
Spiderlings and he did like 20 damage to him.
It's just a warning ultimate. It's like
Don't
when you're
come
playing
too close.
Spectre and you get your Radiance, you just all instantly, just let everyone on the map know you mean
I got it.
business.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah,
You're
that's
in
the thing.
trouble now.
You just run the warning shot.
Well,
They get
this,
Dawn.
I mean, talk about ISSI's this control of this top lane area, now not only having the top lane, but their jungle as well.
Cloud9 looking
taken
at like
away.
the team, the net worths just look like they're struggling, like seriously.
Pressured, restricting and taking away that bit of farm, and
Centaur's such a bird in this game. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you like give up your offlane entirely. He has to go to jungle, and then you have a jungling Centaur, and then just
Yeah.
ET throwing spirits at the safe lane, and then they just all go Midas.
Envy can't do anything with like against a Brood basically at this point, so Midas is all across the board for
Yeah, it's
Vici
not pretty.
Gaming.
I think I'm not sure what Brood's going item-wise, but I think armor items like Vlad's AC is probably the best way to go.
Okay.
Just to give them team some armor to deal with the Elder Titan.
The crazy thing is Vici have 3 Midases, but they've got the better fight right now. They're going to find a kill on Fata with the silencer. Just the 1 kill. Envy gets 1 counter kill. Reincarnation gets procced, and Envy's still alive, but not for long. Wraithfire Blast should finish him off, and Envy 2-for-1 trade in the mid lane. Could become more as Ice is showing up with a big group of Spiderlings. Second web, Stampede is there, but he's just being tracked. Ice finally gets slowed. One more nuke. Soul Ring, is it up?
Dyer's middle tower.
0.7.
Just some commitment.
What a dive. He's got
Look
blink.
at them go, like
Alright.
right into the base. Nowhere is safe.
This game's looking really bad for Sentai.
This is taking Cloud9 out of their usual comfort zone, seeing this brood, seeing the pressure building up. And
You have 3 minuses. You're not meant to be able to fight with minuses like this.
And the thing is, like, Ben GT as supports, like, what do they really bring to you?
and Centaur goes down again. This puts him further away from even getting a Blink Dagger. And even by the time he finally gets it together and you want to kind of go on the initiative, you're looking at a Vici game where their supports are as farmed as you are, or even more so. Like, who are you going to find to pick off and take down? There's not really any easy targets except for Skywrath, but, you know, I imagine he won't be putting himself into any sort of precarious situation.
And more importantly, like, Puck no blink. Like this Puck has spent a lot of time, like, sitting in the top lane, finding no kills, and they've completely shut down Fata.
Skywrath, when he does show up, gets the silence off. Fata in trouble. The silence is going to be good enough, and Fata goes down, and they're trying to go for a return kill, and as they swap back, he's just like, I got my own mobility, and just kind of remnants back to his side of the river. And uh-oh, here Cloud9. It's looking like it's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Is this his GG PPD? I don't know.
What do you do? You're in Cloud9 shoes at this point. Are you just at an all-time low? What do you do to kind of try to bounce back, seeing this kind of lineup on the other side? You got a Brood who's just constantly a nuisance on this top area, taking away the jungle.
He's got the wizardry staff.
Ooh.
Normally you see the Necrobook, but I feel like Dagon just to blow up a Terrorblade or like these squishies. Oh, he's going Necrobook. Oh, that's sad.
I mean, is it really to say that all hope is lost for Cloud9? Is there a plan B, or is it just try your best to stall out for Eternal Envy at this point?
You need a Blink Dagger on Puck. You need a Blink Dagger on Centaur.
And just try to make the best of that.
Yeah, and then from there, maybe you get... I mean, Brood's pretty over-leveled, so if you kill Brood a couple times, maybe you can catch up in experience. But, I mean, they're not even close to Blink on Puck.
Just look at this. It's his jungle. Mother's jungle.
Yeah, he's playing it well.
Taking it. World of his own. Look at the sweet stack. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
They kill Brood a few times. Like, Brood doesn't even have to be that big late game. You've got the Ember Spirit, you've got Slack, you've got Wraith King, who's sitting on similar net worth to the Puck. So,
but you have to invest like 3 heroes to come over and make sure you muscle back Brood away from the farm you put together, and he's still there being a nuisance, and these supports have their hands full with it. And now even Fanta trying to get involved. Does pull out the coil. They had the dust popped, and well, can they lock him down in place? It's a lot invested. They got to make it worth it here. Even a Stampede to chase him down. The swap back, and finally it looks like they will take him down. Look at how much it takes, though, to take down the Brood.
The dust wore off in the end there. If he somehow didn't get hit by that orb, he would have lived.
That would have been devastating. I mean, but you know, on the opposite side of the world, you have Black, who continues to farm it on up. He already has an ultimate orb, for God's sakes. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but at least they killed him.
Yeah, at least they killed him. If they didn't kill him there, it's just like, what do you do? But Puck gets a lot of money out of that. Centaur has his blink money. Do you find Vici here? FY no reincarnation, so they're gonna be careful. This is, well,
Slark did so much damage with Ancient Seal on.
Yeah, that's Slack just. This Slack's out of control. This I can just see Black getting kill after kill this right now.
This was a really smart trap by Vici. Like Wraith King, I was a little question. I wasn't exactly sure on Wraith King, but I think if they could put any hero in Wraith King's position, I think they would have.
Like, it could have been the Sand, like the Sand King was banned out, so it could have been something like the Sand King.
I don't think we've even seen a Sand King yet in this tournament, which we were surprising.
Spotus Puck just hasn't like had the impact they needed to have, and that's because the supports were able to just focus on top lane and safe lane so much, and on the mid lane. Like Centaur just couldn't even go off lane, and then once Centaur gets behind the Slark can just solo the lane, and Centaur can't even come to the lane. I don't agree with the Centaur pick, but.
Fortunately, though, he's trying to still make the best of the pickle he's been put into here.
Yeah, so he has this blink. Puck is getting close, I would imagine.
Yeah, Puck does have it. Okay. So this is their time. They need to be able to try to take it back here in the mid game and allow Envy to have that space to work with, so he can shine later on. But you know, they currently still just very much have their hands full here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's their time, but it is a time.
Yeah. It is. This is the best shot they have. The window, exactly. It may be just kind of cracked open. There's a slight breeze, but if you want to keep that window open, this is it. You got to start creeping your fingers under. So
hunt the Brood. Feed off Broodlings. Feed off the Brood herself if you can. You kind of talked about like games you played with Brood, where the Brood seemingly just gets off to this unstoppable start, where you get 2 towers in 10 minutes. You get like 5 to 10 kills, but
he's not forcing it. He's playing really safe, just sitting.
And he's got a Necrobook
using his Midas.
Yep. Once the Necrobook gets up, it's going to be even harder. And if you even try to go towards Black and his Slark, and you know, going against the other 4, you'll look back and you realize that your home base is already being, you know, contested.
Yeah. It's also great for dewarding. Like, you can take out any sentries as well as the observer one on the high ground using your web. So, getting any kind of map
control of that whole upper echelon there.
Once he has Necro 3, like, you just have to get a gem if you're Puck. I feel like.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they don't have enough farm to work with that. When they invest a lot in trying to get a gem, it's going to be that much further getting anything else because of what farm area you're working with. You have to prioritize that, of course, on your Terrorblade. And what else? So
I think C9's kind of in the position where they just have to wait, hope Vici makes some mistakes.
Yeah.
But we'll just
Vici playing
probably won't.
Even when they do, like when you feel like they're like getting a little too overzealous and even going into the Cloud9 base in the mid lane while they still even have a tier 1 there, they still get what they want out of it and make it away scot-free. So yeah. You just got to hope that the overthrow can very much be real. If you're a Cloud9 fan, if you're Vici Gaming, you're feeling pretty comfortable at this point.
No, they definitely exploited the draft of C9. I think C9 was probably way too predictable on this draft. Like,
and do you feel like it was the last big Brood, or could they have done this with a different offlaner? If he was like a
Timber Saw, I was just going to say, like being able to really burst down those.
Because to me, I feel like Brood's part of the problem, but I don't know if it's like the whole problem, really.
No, it's definitely not Brood's not the whole problem.
Uh-oh, Bone 7, you know, there's been, nice swap back right there. He's going to be saved from While I Die, but he's going to be forced to run all the way back. And hello, Spiders, how you doing? And a nice little cherry on top right there with that nuke coming out from Ice Ice Ice. Just when you think maybe you can get away, just Mother shows up and puts on a spanking. Oh, Coil there mid lane is going to catch. The snap's going to be there. And they do get super here. And Eternal Envy with the right click coming on through, but it's a killing spree as FY is able to take down. And he does go down 2 times.
Oh, no, he only got 2 of them, but they killed 3 heroes with the Envy ulti there.
They needed that. I mean, what do you think? The Terrorblade factor, is it going to be there? But just as I say, they're trying to make a fight happen mid lane. There's Ice Ice getting the tier 2 on the top lane, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, they probably need their armor items before they commit to fights like that on Vici. They're just, I mean, Terrorblade does so much damage with Vengeful Spirit and ET.
Yeah.
Like, he was literally like 3-shotting arrows, I think, that fight.
So who's going to be putting together something like the AC to kind of help it about?
I mean, it could be Wraith King or Broodmother.
Yeah.
Either one is fine. I was kind of surprised he went Necrobook, but I guess he's just kind of staying out of fights and just farming jungle and then doing the occasional pickoff. He'll probably go Vlad's next.
Yeah. We'll see. What's the itemize here is always continuing to scout him about that nuisance in their jungle, man. Got to be able to address it sometime. There's now top lane. Seeing what's left over from the remnants, and Aoi is going to be able to throw together that Yules, kind of going hand in hand on his Elder Titan, kind of the same way you see with that Jakiro, the easy setup. And Black here, behind enemy lines, scouting things about, and now you have these 3 Cloud9ers forced in this position where they're not really getting a lot of farm or XP for themselves, and VG are just kind of utilizing the map so much more.
Yeah. Looks like they may be considering Roshan even on the VG side.
That might be a little
risky, but
they're going to go in. I mean, you have Brood, though, who can constantly, I would imagine, move up to the high ground, have the vision to scout out if anyone is nearby, and they are going to take away that vision.
C9 are playing so blind.
Yeah, they don't see anything here.
But you have Hal, you have Elder Titan, like you can eat, you have Puck Orb, you can easily scout this.
They're trying to smoke right now in base, I think. Yeah, see they're pinging. Like, Fata, please.
Guys, you want to blaze it up right now? Boom. 22-40.
Too late.
And,
that's trouble.
And that's something which I feel like C9 with their draft were maybe hoping to get at some point.
Yeah,
they fell so far behind, but you have Avenge plus Terrorblade, you want to take Roshan. Like, you're on the dire side. It's one of the kind of, I guess, perks of having that kind of a draft.
That's one of the reasons why Avenge is so popular.
Oh, wow, they really want Black here. Stampy going to be called out. They pull back, kind of second-guessing their commitment here. Not going to get anything with it, so unfortunately they can't make the pounce onto the pouncer. And they step back, and Ice 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 goes right back to his uniform position there, and more or less Cloud9, man, trying to dig deep, find what they can do as far as plan B and being able to bring it back, because it's been a rough early and mid game now for them.
Good TP out, but Wraith King's like 7k, he's got Blink, Midas Treads, he can go damage after this. They're not going to find much at top lane, but everyone's just got so much farm on this Vici side.
Yeah, I mean, like we said before, I think they just have really good heroes to go against the ET Venge support combo. Like, they just, like you have Ember Spirit and Slark who are so elusive. Like you can easily dodge bench stuns with both of those heroes. So it's
Yep.
at the end of the day they have Puck and Centaur, but Centaur got off to such a slow start. You didn't get the early Blink Dagger, and then you have Puck who he's not having like the greatest game, but even if he did have a great game, it's like that's all you have to catch them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Puck some of his early rotations, like he went top a few times with like Invis runes, didn't get any kills on Ice 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 of it, but he could have theoretically done a bit better.
Necro Book popped right here. Ice 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 trying to trap Pata in his web.
great cores against these heroes is basically what I'm trying to say. It's like there's just
I mean, Wraith King's even becoming a core at this point, and he matches up pretty nicely against some of the burst damage, having that reincarnation in these fights.
I gotta ask, has a Broodmother been something that your team has been considering at all, throwing into your arsenal whatsoever? The Universe played it at all, maybe as an offlane potential position, or is it something you haven't even looked into? And
well, we've definitely I think everyone's looked into the hero, and you gotta at least consider your options, at least of maybe playing the hero, but also learning to play against the hero. So we've definitely considered it. It's not like
the stars, I feel like, have to align. You have to have it usually as a 5th pick. Exactly. You have to make sure that the other team can't like really have anything to kind of oppose it. And if it all works out and everything is just perfectly in unison, then you can fire away with that 5th pick the same way we saw here with Vici Gaming.
Yeah, it's really good against C9 because you kind of know what they're going to pick. Like they always if you give them Venge Terrorblade, they're going to take it 100% of the time. And if you leave Puck, they're going to take it. If they leave ET, they're going to take it.
I think you can still pick it 3rd, 4th even. And there's some I've seen teams who pick it in first too. I was casting the Balkan Bears.
Oh, really?
They've got Pedrinho, who's a big pub star on the Brood. And the thing is with them, they don't always run an off lane. They actually ran a safe lane dual lane Brood, which they made look really strong. So
really?
Yeah, that could be good. I think if you pick it too early, then you could have like 3 cores. Like same thing like Vici. They have 3 cores that are really good against Venge GT. So if you pick Brood too early, you could just pick 3 cores on C9 that are good against Brood. Yeah. And you just have them sit in lanes.
Well, there it is. We were asking who was going to grab the AC eventually and win, and it is going to be the next item investment, like you said. And now that natural order, the natty order I like to call it, not going to be as superior as it would be as long as Ice is looking to get involved in some of these skirmishes. So the potential that Cloud9 had to add that bit of additional burst, especially with the Metamorphosis there, is not going to be as potent as it once was before.
Yeah, I mean, this games like this kind of show that Brood is going to be a hero that we know Secret can play it. We've seen Fly do it in the Captain's Draft. Ice showing he can play it.
I think everyone can play it. I don't
expect to see more of it.
It's not like a
is this
super finesse hero like Epo or something like.
Do you think we're going to see more of it, like even in the BO5 stage, or a team's just going to be?
I think you might see it maybe once or twice more, but not too much. Like the hero definitely has a lot of weaknesses. It's just this game, like we were talking about before, the stars really aligned, and C9 just didn't really have anything to deal with it.
Making work here, and this could be a lesson learned for Cloud9 as far as
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like they lost, but I mean, Vici's a great team, and they kind of, they kind of got cheesed, I guess, by Broodmother. Like they could have banned Brood instead of Ricky in that last spot. Yeah, but at the same time,
Ricky wouldn't do this to him. But
when you have a team like Vici who can play so many different heroes, they can play with like Slark and Ember both as like Ember is like a mid laner.
A lot of it's what you said. You like coming to this tournament. There's no officials for Vici Gaming. You don't know what they're picking. You don't know what they're capable of playing.
Yeah.
And you maybe have some background info on Ice knowing that he does play unconventional offlane heroes. But
you kind of have to assume that everyone can play everything. But you like to hope that
it's easier to draft if you know what they prefer.
Yeah, their tendencies is all you can really do is draft their player for a game.
And I know you've said personally before you're a big advocate on making sure your team is as flexible as possible in changing roles, and it's something you utilize very nicely. VG Gaming does a lot of the same. Just when you think you're like, oh, they'll get a Centaur, and you figure it's going to be like an offlane, next thing you know, Black picks it up. But here we go. Skirmish breaks out, and immediately it's going to be Eternal Envy gabbing up that kill, taking down the Brood, and now they're looking for Super here. Jules flies him up into the stomp, but nope, it's not going to matter. Slife is going to be there. He's trying to get the low ground Remnant, but nope, can't jump over to it. Will be caught out with that missile, and here you go, Cloud9, hey. Breath of fresh air for him. They take down 2-0.
Yeah. And we've been talking like Cloud9 out of this. Like what fights like that kind of show some like, hey, maybe we're not right. Well, I mean, we're talking. They are far ahead, but like, what if Cloud9 keep playing like this? Do you give him much of a shot, or
Terrorblade after all?
I think that was more if Vici keeps playing like this, do you give Cloud9 a shot? Because like what they're doing this game is they're just splitting the map and farming 4 cores, which is fine.
But don't get picked off.
Exactly. Like they just got really impatient. They tried to force the tier 2 tower when they're really in no position to force it. If Slark was there to go in first with the Aegis, maybe things would have been different. But letting C9 get the jump on like a hero like Brood. I mean, Brood's just gonna die instantly.
Yeah.
Like the hero, unless he has like a BKB and 6 slotted items, I mean, it's just a Brood.
It's a little insect after all, and you can
it's
squish
just a
it.
bug.
Yeah. Get that right aid out, or not right aid. What is it, right guard? I don't know. Call the Auric man.
WD-40.
I'm sure that'll do the job. WD-40 isn't that
It kills
like
stuff.
arachnophobia where he has like the
I don't know. All I remember is
flamethrower whole thing?
yeah, exactly.
That's a great movie. I was scared as shit when I saw that as a kid. But
I mean, obviously you have to have the lighter involved.
yeah.
That's a staple product. It doesn't say that on the can, but
You're
they kind
watching
of go
as a
hand in
kid,
hand.
you're like, I can make that happen. That's safe. Here we go here. Cloud9 coming on the back end of a nice little, bit overzealous play from Vici Gaming, which is what they're grasping onto as far as opportunities to open on up. They get it done, and Eternal Envy finds his way up to the second position net worth right here behind Black by about 2K on his Slark. And as long as Vici Gaming keeps the uniform here, they're going to catch up Bone 7 in the river. Even a Stampede going to be called out 4-step forward. Can he get away from this? He can. So Bone 7 actually going to walk away from that. Blinks and TP's out. Not as easy of a grab as maybe it once was before.
Terrorblade is farming. He's up there.
He's getting there.
He's getting there. This hero's a monster, man.
We see from your Terrorblades, we've seen it from other teams being able to do it with like your Nagas.
It seems like apart from you guys and like Cloud9, that most teams struggle with the hero. Like I think it was Envy saying like if you take away mine and Arteezy's win rate, the hero has like a 35% win rate.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Vici Gaming have done quite well with it with Black lately. That's probably one
somewhat
of the
familiar with
yeah.
it, what its
They
potential is.
They pick it, but not like. I mean, they just haven't played many officials, so it's hard to say like how often they would pick it if they played as many matches as Cloud9 and VG play.
Yeah, it took me a while to really turn myself into a Terrorblade picker, but eventually
Disgusting.
you just have to succumb to how good the hero is.
What do you think is worse, being a Terrorblade picker or a Brood picker?
Oh, Brood picker by far.
Brood picker, huh?
I agree.
By
The old Terrorblade though.
oh, fuck up.
Oh, Fata in trouble here. Yule's silence.
Oh, no.
Oh, but
That's good.
yeah, that's not going to be happening. He just quickly, nice spot right there. Puts himself in that nook and will be able to wait it about. So it's another attempted gank from Vici Gaming that comes up short.
Puck's just ungankable with their lineup unless they get a Hex.
Yeah, when they get the items together,
Yule's is just absurd on Puck.
yeah, things start working a lot easier for them. And they might be able to get Aoi. And
This guy's not
Aoi's
ungankable.
Yule's not available, and he will go down. So good grab. Third time's a charm there for Vici Gaming to get the pick off they want.
End of the day, Vici's still at 4 cores here. Like they get picked off here or there, but they've still got so much farm
Terrorblade.
on heroes at scale.
It's Terrorblade.
Yeah. Is Terrorblade 4 cores in 1?
He's at least 2. We get a good Sunder.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5 because you kill one of theirs when you go low HP.
Okay. An Elder Titan means he's doing more damage anyway, so it becomes maybe 3. So.
Swap. Oh, but another quick remnant there from Super is going to avoid any sort of lockdown. And you be able to sidestep. But look who's coming in from the north. They try to get a hold of Fata again, but Fata is able to phase away from that one, while Black, going for horse meat right here, takes down Brad. And killing spree there for Black. So they're able to grab another, and with an objective to follow it on through.
Never got a tower somewhere. I think it was
No,
Tier 2
Terrorblade.
bot.
That was Terrorblade Tower.
up top. Was it? Yeah. No, it was the 2 on bottom. He's
2 on
illusions.
They're hitting hard here. And,
Abyssal Blade for Slack. So I guess you can blink Abyssal Puck, but do you even kill him fast enough in that Abyssal Blade with like some backup?
I don't think so.
Even a Skywrath Ultimate isn't going to do.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like Ancient Seal,
Abyssal
Scarlet
plus
Belt.
an extra bash somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah.
Get some RNG.
At the
going.
end of the Abyssal.
For ages, so.
Yeah, he just goes to Black. Eternal Envy completes his BKB. You feel it's really necessary this game. I feel like most Terrorblades, they ideally wouldn't have to go with BKB and would rather go more of an assault, but in this kind of game, you may
money,
need
by
it.
the way. Just banking 5k casually.
What are you saving for? It's not like a Radiance Wraith King, is it?
It's definitely not a rating.
Hex. The Hex killed the Puck.
He doesn't need to get the AC.
Trust in FY God.
Yeah.
So handsome. And a great player.
Sure.
Everybody's handsome to me, I guess. I don't know.
I'm all
Here we
about the
go.
Dota, man.
Oh, wait, what was it? Crystallis? Who was that on? Was that on Brood? Oh, no. Yeah, Super. So Super, yeah, okay, yeah. He's going for his crit next. Uh-oh, here. Fata, they're trying to get a hold of him. This time they do take down the pesky fairy.
That shouldn't happen.
And, yeah. An oversight travels from Cloud9, and making it go. Super big trouble. Gets out slide of fist. Can he remnant away? Look at the slowest moving remnant I've ever seen in my life. What is that? Just a subtle jog into the woods right there.
A jog? You calling that a jog?
I don't know. Maybe a skip. Maybe just a trot.
Yeah. He'd like
a tumble almost.
A tumble. So like a little forward.
He just tripped and fell.
Yeah, 4 years old in gym class. PE baby. All right, there's the gem. Picked up there from Maui.
Both teams. Brood had gem did have gem.
Well, he has a necro book, so.
Yeah, he was holding a gem earlier. I don't know what happened. Maybe Fenrir or someone has taken over. Yeah, Fenrir's going to be holding on to that now.
Fenrir's had a really quiet game, but he's getting the job done. It's really tough to play a 5-position Skywrath, but he's making it work.
Is it? Yeah. It seems well like I feel like Super as well in his Ember doesn't really have as much as I thought. Like he just is about to throw together Blink, but it's not like he already has a Battle Fury or anything like that. You know, his Sleight of Fist isn't as strong as I would like to see at about 35 minutes into the game. But Black is trying to make up for it now. They're making it go swap back on Fata to save him. The sacrificial land, Pile die. What a guy!
Had to. He used the Yules to engage, which meant he couldn't get rid of the silence. I don't know why you're trying. He's got Aegis. You were never going to kill him. But, oh well. Just trying to bait spells or something.
There we go. Ice trying to find a new home here in the mid lane. That anytime they try to make engagements happen elsewhere, he's going to keep knocking on that mid lane door, forcing some of Cloud9 to just be there to address it.
Where's the Vlads, man? Waiting for the Vlads.
Wraith King had 6k gold.
Where's the Vlads?
What does he got?
Dude.
Uh-oh. Oh, I've seen this before. Deja Vu jumps in.
Exact same spot. Oh, he got the Necrobook. That's value.
Return.
All right.
Imagine if he died. Everyone would be like, oh my god, Ice. How does he do it?
Yeah, if he died to that, it would be like next level play. Highlight clip on front page of Reddit.
Moment, indeed.
Yeah. What a player.
2 minutes
just happened
ago,
to attack move it.
on your Aegis here, Vici Gaming feeling more pressure to try to make the best of it and put it to strong use here. But, at this point in the game, though, if you don't take a fight you want and you lose 4 or 5, Cloud9 could quickly push the other way.
And they seem to be playing it safe enough that they have buybacks, like all the money they're saving up. And I think that was that the Vlads on Brood that was being built? Or someone?
What do you have?
Yeah, Brood's building the Vlads. You got your Vlads.
There we go.
There's your value Vlads, and
I've been patiently waiting. I couldn't take it any longer.
Yeah.
Eat that! Oh, actually forces out a Stampede to get him in, but that's because it's Black trying to get a hold of it, and they get a quick grab right there. Now Fot's under pressure, but a hoof stomp coming through. Black does have that Aegis, so he just wants to be able to try to put it to use here, but I think at that point now he has to step back and Aegis will have to just expire. Unless they can make a fight happen immediately.
You could blink it. He's still got a few minutes
on
to
okay.
I think.
It's got to be about 1 minute right now.
Force Cloud9 to engage onto you.
Oh, Paladin died.
Big jump in.
Is that like a one-shot?
Yeah, for Ember Spirit, please.
Wow. Oh.
We've reached critical mass as far as PG farm goes.
Oh! Skywrath does go down. Eternal Envy finds another one for himself. Sunder is going to be there, and a quick remnant back from Super to quickly eject, and now Eternal Envy left to his own devices. He may look bad in Golden, but
that's your Aegis.
He does go down, and that was close. I feel like that was really close to the expiration time, but he was able to utilize it. Super does come back, but he comes back to death, and now Black with a second life takes it to the Centaur, takes down Bone 7. And
you're Terrorblade has a second life, but you have no Metamorph. So
yeah.
You can't really fight without Metamorph too well.
And do take down Wraith King. Oh man, that's a dieback, and this is looking like a mid-center Rax, and they're going to try their damnedest though. They're trying to slow down VG Gaming from getting what they want here, but the tier 3 will go down, and it goes to Super.
I like the Ember buyback. Whoa, they're not actually securing Raxes here. They're back off for now, but I think they're going back. Oh, they got top already, so they're going to go back to mid. Why not?
Look up, and there's nothing there. Oh, unbelievable.
Brood Gaming.
Broodling problems.
Yep. So, C9, I think they lose another Rax here, or no?
Definitely.
Not pushing?
I think they're waiting for Slug to heal.
Ember's off getting a rune. Okay. He's got a Revenant. Maybe Wraith King they're waiting for. I'm surprised they're not just going high ground off this. Centaur's respawned now, but they know there's no Terrorblade.
Yeah. There's that serious right click. Black is just easily takes down range into melee here, and I guess Cloud9 going for one last hurrah.
I think C9 put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
For probably how far they were behind.
I expected this game to be over like 10-15 minutes ago.
They hold their own. They'll take this as a learning experience for the potential games to come, and it's going to be a sheep stick on
for
your
TI5, man. Just wait for TI5.
Scythe device raking. That's
all right. So here we go. Only a wounded little melee rack standing there in the mid lane. It's going to be Cloud9 now extremely crippled, hugging each other inside their own base with not a long leash to work with as far as venturing outward. Unless they can get a couple of kills themselves. But you can see now is it's Vici Gaming who are being the shepherds, herding the Cloud9 sheep back into their own gate.
I guess for Vici, it's like no buyback on your Slack, no buyback on your Ember. Like, if you get wiped for whatever reason, then C9 push down with Metamorph, you maybe lose some racks. So play safe.
Cameraman wanted us to talk about the point booster on Skywrath.
Well, what do you want to say about the point booster?
I mean,
it's a point booster.
Scotty.
No.
Agnet.
It's a casual. It's a casual point booster. It's like
Bloodstone.
It's like you have like 1,500 gold and you're like trying to end the game. You're like, what can I just buy here?
Yeah.
That's at the secret shop, so I don't have to like use the courier, go back to the base.
Live a little longer and have a little more mana to work with, I guess. And yeah, secret shop happens to be right here. What's my bill? Yeah, okay.
Right. Casual point boosters.
Sometimes, you know, you're just like really low on HP and mana, you just go buy a couple of perseverances. Like, alright, this works.
Yeah, I at this point I think C9 probably done for. Vici can just sit back, wait for buyback, wait for the next Roshan if they want to, but
Remember when I was playing Dota 1, I was like a super noob. I would buy like just a casual perseverance so I'd never have to go back to the fountain.
Dude, it was all about back in the day. It was all getting Juggernaut and Perseverances. I'd see people like
it used
stack
to
up
be
battle
like in
fears
the
like
old days
crazy.
of Dota 1, your starting item would be a ring of regen. Tengos were not a thing.
No,
This is like before
consumables,
Tengos.
no
It'd be-
consumables.
You'd get ring of regen starting item on like sniper or lich, and go solo mid sniper lich with ring of regen. That was like the common item build
Really?
in Dota 1. Yeah, because Tengos didn't exist or they were like really shitty. Same for salves.
Yeah.
So you would just get these passive slow regen items.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dire's bottom tower is
Oh, not one but two dusts. Ice now stuck on the cliff because of it, and they just jump right up and say, "How you doing, buddy?" But
Requesting backup.
uh-oh,
He
they're
can TP.
investing a lot in.
Yeah.
And they're going to be forced to actually use that Stampede to walk away. And
Earthsplit pulls him down.
oh, the big golden minion coming on through, trying to burst down flimsy little Skywrath Mage. No point booster is going to stop you from this one, and they do right-click it all black, able to pounce away
No
from
mana
that.
for
But
swap.
now they're turning pressure.
Hex. The Wraith
Yeah.
King Hex.
And boom!
Was he trying to sunder? He was trying to sunder his
Take
teammate
a
there.
knee.
He was trying to sunder the Elder Titan.
Couldn't quite get it though, and going to limit
Thunder
up for
Energy,
70
got no
seconds.
buyback.
Imagine this is going to be it. Cloud9 looking to probably throw in the towel.
Ice put his Necro book on the bench, so the bench had no mana to swap out E either. Oh, good.
Rough times. And there's your reincarnation, and probably a GG call to follow.
Yeah. Do you feel like as a player, maybe at this point, maybe you know the game's lost, but you want to get a little bit more warm-up time in and kind of just play it out a bit further? Or maybe there's a lone hope that you can make a comeback, but no, there it is.
There's always
Just as I finished that statement, it's going to be Vici Gaming who get their win. You know, they finished the last game yesterday, had the first game today. We were questioning if they'd be able to get the rest they needed, and well, they look good here. Taking down Cloud9 in game number 1 of day number 2 of the Summit 2.
Yeah.
Yep, smart draft. Good job. Well played.
The crazy thing is this: the Vici secret match now is going to kind of probably decide first place.
Yeah. C9 and Secret still have to play though today?
Yeah, C9 secret still to play. So I think
That
we
all-
have
so-
Vici secret next, and then C9 secret directly after.
So if Vici wins against Secret, and then wait, who plays first? Vici Secret or
Yeah, I think Vici
Secret
Secret.
C9?
We got schedules, gentlemen. They're all along the floor. If one of you wants to pick one of them up, I'm sure you can find out what the hell's actually happening
Oh,
today.
yeah, Vici Secret is next.
Look at that hair.
Yeah.
Pilot die. What a player.
Vici still have one
Look
more
at that
match
hair.
later
Is
today.
that-
I think they have to verse. Didn't they verse
Get
you
the
guys?
boy some moose.
So who? Vici, yeah, they play us last
Okay, yeah.
match.
So Vici still have some
Oh,
tough
they got-
matches.
They have first and last match.
Yeah,
Rough.
they have a rough.
Grin.
All right, you know
Poor
what?
guys.
Here, this will make it easier. Boom. Vici Gaming taking on Secret is going to be our next matchup. That's going to be
Okay.
a pretty highly touted matchup. So looking forward to that one. The rest of our day, Team Secret taking on Cloud9. Cloud9 to Tinker, and then Tinker, not today.
All right, so look forward to see some of these other teams, see how they bounce. I mean, it's day 2. It's a new day.
Well, let's look at them standings, though, GoDz. No surprise, we're going to see Secret and Vici Gaming now tied for first. 3
Vici
and
5th
0.
place.
Right in the
Wow.
middle, and Cloud9 Tinker.
You're lucky we didn't put you in 6th place.
It's not last, though.
Could have swapped them
Thank
around.
God for ABC order, right?
Yeah. Well, we can fix that if you want.
Oh, no.
We'll see EG in action. Big thanks for joining us on the couch, PPD.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure thing.
But we're going to look to jump into our next game as soon as possible, guys. So stick around. We've got Vici versus Secret. Secret have already been setting up, warming up, getting ready for their match. So that's a big match. Probably decides first place here in the group stage. Big thanks to PPD, as said. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, next match of the day will be underway. See you then.